Hi guys, this is Emma. So obviously this is a Monday on Secret Circus, and this week we're doing another theme week. And the theme this week is college, which is pretty broad, and it's intended to be that way. But first off, I want to say congratulations to Ben on finally graduating high school. I say that even though he graduated a year early. Alyssa, I have just gone on a huge daily grace kick. So thank you for that. I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing in my life. I can't decide yet. Guys, Grace left for school. Grace is my twin sister. Left for school like less than 2 hours ago, and I'm already feeling separation anxiety. So this is not gonna be a good time. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this. So on to the theme, college. Now, I'm focusing my video on college applications because, honestly, it's pretty much all I have experience with. My packing for college is going poorly, and I haven't been to college yet. So, college applications. I have a few tips. Number one, do the Common App, and do it early. Like, way early. Like, it's gone up, it's live already. So if you're a junior, or no, sorry, excuse me. If you are a rising senior, if you're gonna be a senior this year, do the Common App now, as much of it as you can. Maybe not the essay, because that your teachers help you with that, but do the freaking Common Application. You don't want to, but you should do it, because it will make your life easier, and you will not be up until 12 o'clock trying to finish your application before the deadline. It sucked. It was not fun. I speak from experience. Tip number two, do an interview. If your school offers an interview, do it. But a caveat to that, some interviewers are dicks. Like my interviewer for a school that I shall not name, but that is perhaps a bit hoity-toity, and that I also did not get into. My interviewer was a dick. They were a horrible person. They made me feel like my academic interests didn't matter. So some interviewers are dicks. If you come across an interviewer that is a dick, don't cry during your interview. I was able to make it home until I cried my shattered tears of rejection and just miserableness. Some interviews go great. Some interviewers are really nice. Sometimes you just have a really great time in your interview. Some of them are lukewarm, and I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Even though you should do the interview is not the most important part of your application. It really isn't. Like schools, they do this big thing where they talk about looking at the whole student. So that means like interview, extracurriculars, test scores, grades, whether or not you work, what your family obligations are, stuff like that. It's not really true. I mean, it is to a certain extent. I know, Alyssa, you didn't think that you were going to get into the school that you ended up getting into because you didn't have the test scores, but because you do all of the extracurriculars, they clearly were like, yes, we need this person. So to a certain extent it's true, but to a huge extent, the interview at least doesn't really matter. Like the school that I ended up going to, I did my interview there. Well, not on campus. I did my alumni interview, and my interview was kind of lukewarm, which was unfortunate, and I was a little worried. But I ended up getting in, and I'm going there, and it's gonna be great. So yeah, do the interview, but don't stress about it, and don't cry if your interviewer is a dick. And number three, make sure that the schools that you apply to are schools that you want to go to. Because my mother made me apply to two very prestigious, very exclusive schools that I didn't want to go to them at all, and I just did them because my mom wanted me to. And I didn't get in, which I knew I wasn't going to, but I also wasn't too cut up about it. But I could have been using that time that I spent doing those applications to be doing fun things. So make sure that you are applying to schools that you want to go to, not just schools that like are the right type of school. And then my final piece of advice is do not stress if you do not get into your top choice, or even if you don't get into your second top choice. I mean, I didn't think I was going to get into the school that I applied to, but it ended up happening. So, I mean, don't stress, don't count yourself out, but also have realistic expectations. And if you don't get into your top choices, don't freak, because things work out anyways. I know that sounds so corny and so trite, but it's true. Things work out, and you're gonna end out being at the place that you want to be, and you're gonna have a great time. So yeah. Also, just a caveat tip that's not really a college application thing, but do your financial aid applications early, as early as possible, because my family waited until like the last minute, and it was a special kind of hell. So yeah. Do your application early. Do the interview, but don't sweat if your interviewer is a dick. Don't stress about the whole process. After you put in your applications, you're not going to be able to change anything until you get your letter. You're not going to be able to change anything. You might as well just wait until you get your letter in the mail. And then my final thing is do your financial aid applications early. Don't sweat. I mean, this year is going to be stressful, and you guys all know it. College applications, one of my worst experiences. It didn't have to be that way. I made it too stressful. So just relax, drink a cup of tea. It feels like it's going to decide the rest of your life, but it's not. So just have that in mind. Just realize that it's not the end of the world. I will see Alyssa on Wednesday, and I will see Ben on Friday, and then guess what, guys? My next video is gonna be from my dorm room. Ooh, special! It's gonna be a different background. Yeah, so my next video is gonna be coming at you from my college. It's gonna be fun. Maybe. Can you tell I'm a little stressed? Alright, guys. I will see you all later. Bye!